Welcome, engineers. My name is Travis IQ, and today we're going to talk about some wild on-site DoD instructing stories. I've got some crazy ones from the road. Let's hit it. Our first story takes us to Europe. So I'm instructing for a group in Europe. I'm on a DoD facility site, and I show up. It's 8 a.m. in the morning in Europe, which makes it, 2 a.m., dependent upon the time difference on the East Coast. The organization that I'm instructing for is headquartered on the East Coast of the United States. We get into the facility, we get on site, we get to the classroom, I show up, and we have two Pelican cases. These Pelican cases are plastic cases, hardcover cases that are used to ship equipment. These Pelican cases are holding probably $15,000, $25,000 worth of equipment for a course that's maybe a $100,000 course, and they are locked. They're locked with a padlock, two padlocks on each, and I don't know the padlock combinations. I'm the only person on site for my organization. I'm the instructor there, and I can't get into these Pelican cases. Students don't know what to do. I certainly don't know what to do. I'm usually given the codes. I don't have the codes in my email, nowhere to be found. No one's awake on the East Coast. So what do? We look around, and we just decide we're going to get this course started. How do we get this course started? We got to cut the locks. We're on a DoD facility. Certainly they have bolt cutters. I send the students away to find these bolt cutters, and they come back 15 minutes later or so. It's still now 8:15, 8:20. No one's the wiser. We're about to get started. They show up with these bolt cutters. They stand over the Pelican cases, look at me one more time, and ask me, "Hey, are we doing this?" I go, "Absolutely, we're doing this." They cut off all four locks. We open the cases up, and we continue to instruct. Okay, so we do this for 4 or 5 hours or so. By the way, in this time, I had just arrived in Europe, so I'm dizzy, jet lagged, tired, right? I actually get to the point where I'm so lightheaded, I don't really know what's going on. The students go, "Yeah, you know what? You're really jet lagged. You're probably just talking for 4 straight hours jet lag. You're going to need some water." I go, "Okay. Well, is there a water fountain around here?" They go, "Oh, no. You don't want to drink the water on site. We'll get you some water." I go, "Okay, maybe at the next break then." They said, "Yes." They bring me a big 1 liter of water, and I continue to drink my water and instruct. At the end of the day, I contacted the facility. They had already received my emails. They had been calling me, but I had been working. And they said, "Hey, well, what did you do?" I said, "I cut the locks off. The course has got to go." They said, "Absolutely." I asked them if they appreciate it. They said, "We absolutely do." And I asked them if they could send me 4 more locks. And they said, "Absolutely, we'll overnight you 4 more locks." They overnighted me 4 more locks to my hotel room. At the end of the course, we boxed all the equipment up, locked it back up, and shipped it out. That's how you solve problems on site. Our second story takes us to the West Coast. We're instructing at another DoD facility on the West Coast. We're instructing for a different organization. We show up on site, and when we show up on site, we get to what can only be described as an abandoned building. The parking lot is filled with growth. The building has solid cement floors, barely any walls, and the windows are covered with chicken wire, right? We get into the room. The room that we're in is housing the biggest HVAC heating and cooling unit I've ever seen for a building of that size, and it's for the entire building, and it's the room that we're in. We have makeshift tables and chairs. My instructing podium is non-existent, and the projector is being projected on one of those old school pull-down projectors. All of our students show up and no one seems concerned. I certainly am not concerned. I've got a projector. I've got my material. We've got all the equipment. All the equipment showed up on site in Pelican cases, no problem at all. And we continue to instruct. This isn't the biggest deal. However, the HVAC does kick on every 2 hours or so when the temperature gets below about 62, kicks back up to about 75 for 30 minutes or so. It's on. I'm screaming like we're in a Harrier jet. And then the HVAC kicks off. For about an hour and a half, we instruct. At one point, the student said, maybe it would be a little bit better if we just turn the HVAC system off. There's a little switch on the wall. We decided to do that, and the temperature proceeded to drop to about 51. And those students who wanted the HVAC off decided maybe we should turn the HVAC back on, right? Okay. HVAC is on. This is 2 weeks we're out at this facility. Towards the end of the second week, we've got to change the room over and do a couple of things with the tables and chairs in the room, and we're looking for tables and chairs. The students, who know the facility better than I do, pull open the door at the back of the room, and in what can only be described as a giant closet in the back of the room is filled with IV bags, IV bag hangers, and blood everywhere. At this point, I didn't think it could get any weirder, right? Students, not fazed at all. Right? Oh yeah, that's pretty normal. There's no tables and chairs in here, guys. Let's just go look down the hall. Close the door. Proceed to find the tables and chairs that we need. We finished the last 2 days. Apparently, someone else who had come on site with me realized that these conditions weren't that great. I didn't really know. It was at the beginning of my career. I didn't realize that some of these facilities should be better than they currently are, and proceeded to complain to the headquarters of the organization that we were working for. And I was in a little bit of trouble. Probably should have let somebody know that we were in a subpar facility. Such is life. You move on, but it was definitely a wild experience. If you found these interesting and would like to hear more, I've got a bunch of them. We've been doing this for years now. I do have a bunch more. Subscribe, like, and leave your comment below, and ask me if I have any better ones, which I do. Thanks for listening, as always. Engineer, break stuff, and have fun.